To you out here, man.
Not even gonna lie.
Yo, check it out, everybody in the building. I like to introduce you to the podcast. This is the Rec League Podcast.
Gang, let's go.
This is the official first episode of the Rec League Podcast. Yeah, we got to start it off gritty. We got to start it off like from the grassroots.
Pause. Hey,
what?
Hey, yo.
The pauses are early.
First pause of the season.
The first pause of the season.
He said we got to start it off gritty.
Yo, that ain't nothing to pause.
You can't say nothing no more, bro. It's like
definitely not around Shak. Shak is a pause master.
Yo,
so let's go around and introduce ourselves to the people.
Yeah, it's your boy Akeem. We already know. Rec League. Gang.
We don't know. That's why you tell
no AKAs. No AKAs.
AKAs is just your boy Akeem, man. You know,
right.
That's how we do it. You can give it to him straight. Pause. No pause.
Ooh, okay. Okay, all right.
I beg your pardon?
And
I beg your pardon.
Shout out Doc Bob.
I'm gonna go. I'll go. It's your boy Shak. I'm the pause master now, I guess. I'm the pause master. You know what I'm saying? Pause. That's a pause. That sounds like a pause.
That is a pause.
Master. Ready to get it. It's about to be lit. It's your boy Shak.
The master debater.
Hey, we'll see.
Old head Shak.
Old head.
Samuel, aka Rondo #1 fan.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That's a terrible AKA, bro.
Yo, let him live.
You're gonna bring the ratings down. You gonna say Rondo, you're
nobody
AKA Rondo #1 fan.
Hey, do y'all understand how Rondo biggest fan? How nasty that sounds? Like
that sounds crazy.
That's gonna take our ratings down. That's gonna jack up the algorithm.
You should
That's what's jacking the algorithm up.
I'd rather
you said Rondo.
Wait, Rondo only fan? That's a pause, bro.
Pause.
What? That's a pause. You got an OnlyFans for Rondo?
Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
knowing Sam, probably
$9.99.
do.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll take it.
Hey, Sam got the link in his tabs right now.
It's in the favorites.
Rondo stats.
It's bookmarked.
Oh my God.
All right, what else? What you got any more AKAs?
It's your boy J Bugs. Jason, you're out here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got. It's your boy J Bugs.
That was nasty.
It was. I thought I had something more. I didn't have nothing more than that, bro.
Come on, man. Y'all better come with some AKAs next time we do it.
What,
man?
Coach K, AKA The Rock, AKA King Clack, AKA Just Trolling, AKA
he getting ready.
Boy. Let's go. Let's get it.
He getting ready. You didn't give us time to write him down. You getting ready. You were prepared.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you how much
I
hate
AK. I don't got no names.
Hey, Keyon, can I tell you how much I hate that hat? That hat is so. First of all, why all Knicks hats look like it's been sat on? I don't understand.
Oh, chill. Don't violate. This is so crispy. Don't even.
Why every Knick hat look like it's supposed to be sat on? Like, I don't know. Like, it got the edges, the corners when the corners be poking out. Because
you gotta bend the brim, bro.
We don't
bend. Hold that joint down.
That joint is.
There's gonna be a whole lot of Knicks slander.
Let's get into it. Speaking of New York, speaking of the greatest city ever. What's up with guess who's back again?
Who?
Kyrie.
I thought he was talking about the Knicks. I was like, Kemba?
I thought he was about to
Kemba came back?
Exactly. Because Kemba came back and killed it. But they lost.
He had to because that was down to him or me to get into starting lineup.
Right.
It's one of us that had to choose Kemba.
What's his stat line looking for today?
He dropped like 29, 28. But
Really?
they still they still lost though.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not talk. Okay, I don't want my guys to be slandered right now. So we're on to good news.
We need Ray. We need Ray to be online for that. We got
we need good news right now.
You don't got enough faith in the Knicks right now to defend them right now. Raymond, he got enough faith. Move mountains for the Knicks.
A lot of faith.
I believe in my lifetime there'll be some confetti throwing, some tears shed, and a big old
Y'all already see that confetti.
That don't sound very promising. That sounds like you watching somebody else win the chip.
Confetti was for the first round.
I ain't gonna lie though. I could see it. I could see Noah rolling you in your wheelchair now.
Wow.
When the confetti flies.
And not the wheelchair. He can still be walking.
I can see it. No, he's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We said we were going to talk about the Knicks. I feel like we can't help it.
All right. Let's go on to better New York.
Yes,
news.
better New York news. Let's get to Kyrie, man. What y'all feel about Kyrie being back? I'm so happy. The man stuck to his guns.
Well, I want to hear Jason first because let's get all the pauses.
Hey, basketball is back. All right, real basketball is back. Kyrie's here. Highlights is here. Skill is here. Mastery of the game. There's nothing better than that. We missed him. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just happy. If I get to see Kyrie play for 40 games, I'm cool. If it's just on the road, it don't matter to me because it's about the art. You don't get that feel from everybody. I get that feel when I watch Steph play. Like there's certain guys you watch play, they make you want to play basketball right after. Kyrie's one of them guys. Steph is one of them guys. Kobe was all one. After I watched Kobe, I need to go play. After I watch Kyrie, I'm like, damn, I gotta go play. That's how I feel. So when I don't see that, it's like something, a piece of me missing. Now it's back. You feel me?
A piece of you was missing. Oh,
a piece of me.
All right, you let that go?
All right.
How you let that go?
I said what I said, man.
Yo, a piece of this guy was
he laughing.
Yeah, no. Wow. I said what I said.
Oh my goodness. I'll go after that because that was terrible. Now I mean Kyrie, we got the news when Kyrie when they reinstated him. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it was gonna happen just because of the, all the stuff happening with the pandemic and everything that's going on. But as far as basketball is concerned, we know Kyrie is really good. We know he's a really good player. We know he's a really good player. We know what he brings to the court. The problem is that they're only going to be having him for road games. It's not a question of whether or not Kyrie is good at basketball or not. It's about how does this affect the Nets, right? Mm-hmm. And so when it comes to the Nets, I know y'all want to see them do good. Everybody wants to see them go to the finals. Everybody wants to see KD versus LeBron and all this other stuff. But it's not gonna happen if this is the scenario, if this is the case. You can't build a solid chemistry, a consistent chemistry, if you got one guy playing road games only, and then for home games, you got a whole nother roster.
Why not?
How is that going to work in the playoffs? How is that going to work down the stretch? You know what I'm saying? Because in the playoffs, you get 2 home games, you get 2 road games, and then, whatever happens from there, it goes back and forth. In the playoffs,
they're going to do is they're going to tank so that they don't get home court advantage in the playoffs, and then he'll play more games in a series than not.
That don't make sense. They're already number 1 seed. They're already number 1 seed. So that's out of the question. The whole point is it doesn't make sense for their consistency. They sound desperate. They look desperate. And we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens.
It is a desperate move because they only admitted to doing it because a lot of the guys went into the protocols. So
that was a good excuse. That was a good excuse.
I mean, that was the only reason they had. They were sticking strong to it. They wasn't going to do it. They're first in the East.
No,
they had no other reason to.
KD wasn't going to play 48 minutes for the rest of the season, bro.
No, I get that. I get that. Here's my thing. I get that. My thing is, this is not an Isaiah Thomas situation. Mm-hmm. It's not an Isaiah. This is not an IT situation. This is a situation where they know that in their heart of hearts, they felt like they needed Kyrie to complete this season. This was the perfect opportunity to call him up and to use him as a scapegoat for their situation. Yeah. That's what it really was.
What's wrong with that?
No, what's wrong with it is that you got to build continuity.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I don't think.
Here's the thing.
I don't think they did it for like this was their scapegoat reason. I thought they did it just because it got real dire. They playing guys named David Duke Jr. Like they not trying to.
Shout out to Double D.
I think both could be true.
The situation with the NBA took a stance on this whole world pandemic, and look at the games right now. Most of these games barely have any players. Like 23 players in the game between I believe the Knicks and the other team. I forgot the other team that played, Boston, whatever. Like
on the bench,
all out of the game.
I think both could be true from what Shaq said. Just one on one end, the Nets needing a scapegoat right now to bring Kyrie back, but not to have all the media surrounding, oh, is he going to get the vaccine or not? What they're focusing on right now is Kyrie actually playing, and everybody else is being thrown into protocol. So now he has his moment to shine, put up the numbers that he needs to, and then not have to worry about people asking him whether he's going to get the vaccine in the next 2 days or so. But on the same end of that, it's like he's already being thrown into protocol. So it's like, when are we even going to be able to see him?
So it was basically pointless.
That's a good question. So what do y'all honestly, this is a question for y'all, and Akeem, you ain't get to talk it, so you can answer this. What do you feel about how that helps them or doesn't help them going forward down the stretch, playoff wise? Like, what you feel about that?
Whether he's out of protocol or not?
No,
or just him being back.
Let's just say he's back. He's only playing road games. What does that do? You think that helps?
It helps. I mean, it's games, so there's going to be some chemistry built regardless. Like KD, even last year, Harden was out for some time. Kyrie was out for some time. Then Kyrie will be back, but Harden is out. Kyrie and Harden was there, but KD was out. Like they did it last year. But I think the real issue is the playoffs, because then we're going to hear the questions of like, oh, if they won their 2 home games or away games, and then Kyrie sits, but they lose, like, oh, they only lost because Kyrie was out and all that stuff. And we never get a clear chance to see, when everybody's healthy and everybody got their players, who's the better team. I feel like we'll never get to see that in this era, because either there's injuries or now there's health and safety protocols and the whole vaccine. We're always going to have that conversation of what if, which sucks. I want to see everybody healthy, a healthy Lakers.
It'll be what if.
I feel like injuries is always a part of everything.
Right. That's what sucks. But I think it will work. I mean, it's Kyrie. I mean, they played together enough. Talent is talent. Kyrie is one of those guys. Like, if you have him on your team, you're going to win. Like, you're going to have a chance.
Not talk about no gelling when your Lakers have no gel at all.
First of all, we're not getting there yet. We're not getting there yet.
Of some
chill, bro. Ain't nothing ashy about this, bro. Ain't nothing ashy.
Listen. Here's my thing with that. You saying everybody's saying if, everybody's saying ands, and all this other stuff. If he only plays road games, there's still ifs. Y'all still gonna say if Kyrie was able to play the whole series, if Kyrie was able to play all those games, if Kyrie was able to be there, y'all still gonna keep. This is the most cuddled big 3 ever. Y'all cuddle them. Y'all make so much excuses for them. They barely pampered. Y'all wipe their butts. Like y'all.
They haven't even been a big 3 for like. They've barely been a big 3 to.
Yo, y'all got a big 3 over there. What are you talking about?
We haven't really seen this big 3.
But that's my point. Y'all make it seem like they're a lock. Last year, y'all said the same thing. They're a lock.
Oh, rest.
Here's the thing. It's like we're trying to count Kyrie in, but that game 7 was a game 7 with KD with his foot on the line, his toe on the line. Yeah, exactly. If we talk about that game 7 and Kyrie not being there because it's a home game, it's like that conversation is always going to happen. So I feel like him coming back in road games for now is going to be cool. But at the end of the day, Harden is still not even comfortable with this situation at all. So it's
That's
like
true.
I feel like we disregarded the whole Harden throughout these past few weeks, looking disgruntled.
Him kind of trash, bro.
Yeah, but he's not happy with the situation.
All right, here's what I think, though. I think that it helps them in the regular season and it doesn't help them in the playoffs. So in the regular season, having Kyrie for those road games, those are games that you think about KD playing, 45 minutes in Detroit? It's like, damn, like that's crazy.
That's stupid.
Those are games that it helps, but like in the playoffs when it matters, you want everybody to be there for all 7 games and whatnot. So that's when I don't think it helps them. But in regular season, it helps.
Before we move on, I'll say it all comes down to this. It all comes down to this doesn't help the Nets. It helps y'all. It helps y'all. Y'all want to see Kyrie.
Watching pleasure. Yeah?
That's the whole point. Yeah. Like y'all are gonna make up any excuse to see Kyrie play basketball.
Yeah,
so it helps you. Look at the Golden State Warriors. They're gonna win the whole thing. Or the Suns. Don't worry about the Nets. They're just entertainment, just like you're saying. But who's gonna take the whole thing?
It's either gonna be the Warriors or the Suns. You heard it here.
Let me just say this:
If
Sure,
Kyrie's playing,
it would be nasty if the Nets make it to the finals and Kyrie only plays half the games. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
If they end up, that would be.
Y'all really think
there's no way they can make the finals without Kyrie playing full time.
Exactly. It's not
happening.
They will move.
Then how does it help them?
The game to Jersey. They will move the game to Jersey. They would.
We're no longer playing Barclays. They're not moving out of Barclays. The finals in the Barclays, they will never.
Well, if the Nets are in the finals, they will make sure that man plays. Trust me.
That's not happening.
This is the Barclays' first NBA finals. You think they're gonna let that slip out their hands? Hell no. They will not do that. That's too much money they losing.
You think they will sit them?
They'll do what they're doing right now.
You gotta have some type of consistency.
At that point, they don't even care about
going to get them to the finals.
They made it. Yeah, they made it to the finals.
Right.
KD get them to the finals. That's a win in itself for them.
My thing is just that, what was this all for then? Kyrie sitting out almost 2 months now? What was this all for?
But he was never he always wanted to do the road. He always wanted to do the road games. They said no to that aspect. So he was always with the part-time stuff. So it wasn't like he took a stand by. He took a stand by not doing what he did. But the part-time player stuff, he was always with that.
Now, okay. So the last time there was any part-time players in the NBA was 1960s, 70s, where players weren't even making enough money in the league. They had to get second jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you was gonna say when Rondo joined the Lakers, but my bad. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's as part-time as it gets. I ain't gonna hold you. But
he a coach, he a trainer.
Everything.
Yeah, I feel like with the Kyrie situation, it's gonna be something that we just have to watch and see, what happens. But if we're giving honest predictions, if we're giving factual predictions, it cannot work. Y'all can't say it helps them if it doesn't help them in the playoffs. If this is a team that everybody is saying has to win now, then it does. If it doesn't help them in the playoffs, it doesn't help them at all. Maybe it helps a certain cause. Maybe it helps raise awareness for something. Maybe it helps in entertainment purposes, but it doesn't help them as an organization at all.
It does help them as an organization. They're going to fill seats. They're going to get their fans engaged again because, honestly, Nets fans are really Knicks fans.
Road games, though, Keyon. How do you fill seats when Kyrie is playing road games?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, though, just to build a culture, there is no true – I'm out here. Like, I remember when the Nets came to Brooklyn. Like, there's no diehard Brooklyn-born Nets fans.
There never will be.
They're not. They're Knicks fans, you know what I'm saying? Who are just like, we'll just entertain you guys. We're not really rivals, because when y'all were in Jersey, like, those seats were like $5 a seat. Anybody could go to see a Jersey game. So,
yeah, people that show up.
They didn't really translate to be the great organization of New York. Even though they have made better moves than the Knicks, they have not been like, we are, we have a loyal fan base.
That culture here.
And so having Kyrie is going to be better than not having Kyrie. You can't say it's not going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
It's going to help.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, who do we really see the Nets beating with Kyrie only playing road games?
Oh,
I told y'all before.
They could get through, first round stuff.
First round, but after that,
but like when it really matters, they need them full time.
Who's
if they play Miami,
right
they play Milwaukee, they play Chicago, they need everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't see. I don't see KD beating Chicago by himself because it's really just himself without Harden right now. I don't see him beating the Bucks.
So sad, yo.
The Chicago thing, I gotta see it. If you were asking me to put money up,
Chicago's hooping.
No, they hooping. But if you ask me to put money up, I mean, KD has proven himself. Even though I'm not a big fan, he's proven himself to be great. And I mean, if you had to say, bet on somebody, I'm betting my money on KD over DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine any day. But I get what y'all saying though. Like I get what y'all saying. Like over the course of a series, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
If LeBron was still in the East, then I'd have a fear about DeRozan not doing it. But LeBron ain't in the East no more, so I don't got no problems with DeRozan.
It's open. Is it wide open? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. KD KD could be that guy that you could not
KD
get
fan.
past.
Yeah.
Look at the KD fan.
I love KD. Yo,
Look at
you
him. Look at him.
know where I
we saw with the
stand.
Bucks though.
Yo, I wish my favorite players play for my favorite team, but it's just unfortunate that isn't the case.
And doesn't the Bulls?
We saw KD
have
do it
the-
against the Bucks. So why would he do it against the Bulls? Like he played 48
the
minutes and
Bulls are the
got
only
50.
team in the East to have actual 3 All-Stars. You know that, right? There's no other team in the East that has 3 All-Stars.
You mean like in just history or like current? Like this season?
The current East, there is no team with 3 certified All-Stars that play at that level with Vucevic, with Levine, and with DeRozan.
And Lonzo, that's 4.
BBB.
BBB.
BBB. You already know.
Shout out to Big Baller Brain.
No, that's a good point, Sam. Like 3 All-Stars playing at a high level. And DeRozan has been in key playoff games. He's been in moments. He's had moments.
DeRozan looked real free. Like he looked like San Antonio really like he learned something. Because I thought I saw a clip of him talking to CJ McCollum on CJ McCollum podcast. Shout out CJ, that's my guy. One time he posted my stuff. It's cool. Like he followed me. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was telling CJ how he learned from Pop, like how Pop just kind of pushed, like mentally, like stretched, like made him challenge his game, and he really like accepted that challenge. And like now, I feel like now he's gone from San Antonio, and he's able to like really like unleash that, and like really. He looks like he's playing better than he was in Toronto. Like he looks like he's just kind of everything clicks. And then Levine just been waiting to win his whole career now, and he's looking like finally I got somebody who could really play with me.
You know what it feels like? It feels like the Lakers when they won the championship. When Rondo came in, Dwight came in, everybody was just on the same page. And what happened?
Oh, you really bought into
You mentioned Rondo, so they
No, you know what this reminds me of?
You
know what this reminds me of? I'm gonna tell y'all what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when Sam was gung-ho on Philly winning the chip last year. That's what this reminds me of. He just picked his new Philly. That's it. Just picked his new Philly.
No, it's not that he picked Philly. It's the fact that he picked Philly because Dwight Howard went to Philly. That's why he was picking Philly.
Right.
It's not if he just said, "Oh, I like Philly." That's cool. I've done that too. But he said because Dwight Howard.
Dwight is the key. He was the key.
Dwight is the key. Dwight is the key, just like he's the key this year for the Lakers.
Oh yeah, key to us being 15 and 14. Golly.
Nah, you said you put that on Paperboy AD. But back to what I'm saying. For the Nets to actually beat the Bulls, I just don't see it happening. Because just like how with the Lakers, Dwight came in, Rondo came in, they all felt like they were at the right place in the right moment. I feel like that's happening with the Bulls, with Lonzo finally being free, with DeRozan being free, Zach being free, Vucevic being free. It feels and Caruso from the Lakers being, bringing that culture from the Lakers. It's kind of just everything feels right.
Hey, but Sam, I got to gripe with you because we and Jason's you're gonna like me for this one, but I feel like we're not putting enough respect on KD name in that regard because when it was LeBron, KD is the best player in the world right now. Like when it was Braun over there, and let's be honest, when it was Kobe over, like we rarely went against the best players. Like we rarely would say these guys are gonna be the best players. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like people that won't give KD that edge over a young team are people that just don't think he's LeBron, right? And which he's not. Like he's not LeBron, but I think he's great. He's great enough to get past a young team like that. I'm not saying that it's an automatic W, but I'm saying when you talk about somebody that is arguably top 10 ever, you know what I'm saying, top 15, whatever you want to call him, one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game, if not the greatest. His bag is crazy. Like he played 40 minutes last year in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So
it's true. That's real.
For what he has done in this league, I feel like even though and y'all know I'm not a KD guy, but you gotta facts is facts. For what he has done in this league, that holds some weight when you're going up against a guy like that. Like that's a juggernaut. Like DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and them. Like those is all stars. That's cool and all that. Like they side dishes. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Kevin Durant is one of the going with these food analogies. Yeah.
Kevin Durant is one of the. You know what I'm saying? He's the turkey.
A side dish. Y'all all let it rock.
It's kind of like Thanksgiving when you got all the side dishes on the plate and it just fits together. That's what it feels like with the Bulls. It just all the pieces just fit.
Ain't no turkey though. Ain't no turkey on there.
Nah, we don't eat turkey. It's dry.
But I think a kind of good example is when Kobe. I think it was Kobe Biden. So I forgot what year it was when they were facing a young OKC. OKC was rocking. They were like scary. Kobe came in and was like, "Nah, I ain't done yet," and washed them. It wasn't like a wash, but it was like, "Nah, I'm still OG. I'm still juggernaut." And they won that series.
Drip of sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they had the Lakers tired. Yeah, they had Kobe and them running, but that status and that veteran status still won out. And so I agree with Shaq. Like KD is on that level where like I see y'all killing it. I'm KD, bro.
I know who I am.
We've been through some fires.
I got a question.
The Rosen has been dragged through the mud. What's up,
Sam? I got a question. If they were to play in the series, what do you have it going to 6 or 7?
I have it going to 7. I have it going to 7.
So you going with those 3 guys over Kevin Durant
in a game 7?
In a game 7.
If he missed, we've gone through that journey before, where like it's one player versus 3 or 4 guys who could get it done. Okay, so let's scenario that out. Like everybody has to KD could win a game or 2, but like what if he's off one game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the game he's not going to be off on is game 7.
We got to think about this logically.
You guys got to break it all the way down.
How many games?
Guys, we got to think about it logically, but we got to.
We're talking about his supporting cast. Who's his supporting cast? We talking about the same
player that's been who's passing the ball to him?
But Sam,
Cam Thompson.
But Sam, we got to also keep the same energy. I've seen LeBron have worse rosters than that.
That's
you feel what I'm
saying? 2018 was a dookie roster.
This is LeBron and this is KD.
Yeah, young LeBron. Don't talk about young LeBron.
No, we're talking about 3 years ago.
No.
LeBron.
I'm pointing to when y'all said, one person, like this person can have an off game, blah, 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 blah. We never said that when it came to LeBron. We never said that when it came to Kobe. Like there's like in that bracket of players, and when it comes to the super elite guys, yes, they may have an off night, but their off nights look like 28, 7, and 7.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? Like their off nights look like 30.
And
I got Shaq defending KD. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is where I locked in the prediction now. If the Bulls and the Nets go to see each other in a series, I'm taking the Bulls in 7. I just think that DeRozan having his veteran status, Caruso coming in with his discipline and how he plays defense, I don't think we're looking at the Bulls. I don't think we should look at the Bulls as a young team. I think we should look at them as a veteran team with an extremely talented young star, with a great 6-7 man rotation that can play top-notch defense, that can swing the ball, that can score on all 3 levels from 1 through 5. And the Nets, it's kind of like the exact opposite, where they're actually the young team and KD is just the top dog. Because I
agree.
Yeah, I can't name anybody else.
No, KD. I don't know. I think KD just been through a lot of fires where he can will. Like I just feel like even watching that Milwaukee series, even though seeing that, even though they lost, I just saw him going to a different bag where it's like, nah, I could really will a team. I could really drag y'all. And it's like we didn't see that early OKC. You didn't need to see it in Golden State, but through all of that, he came here and it's like, nah, I really been through it and I can really be that. I can get a 50-point triple-double if need be and play all the minutes and do the same thing. So I just don't see it. And I haven't seen DeMar DeRozan beat a guy of that caliber. He didn't beat Jokic in the playoffs with San Antonio. I can't see if he has to be a number 1 guy to say, oh, he's going to take down a KD when I never see him take down anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
has Zach LaVine been in the playoffs?
No.
I think this might be his first time. Yeah.
And granted, Zach LaVine could be like Devin Booker, where it's like all he needed was a opportunity and he gets that spotlight, he could go.
Yeah.
But even still, KD he's never left that he's just getting better.
Can I ask y'all? I got
before. We're not even going to talk about the Bucks. We're just going to say no Bucks is Nets.
Oh,
No, this is specific
No,
series. This is not
This
for the
is round
for the
one. This is
conference.
first round.
Yeah, this is
This
just
is the
we were just
first round.
speculating.
We
The
just
Bucks
speculating on
is
that.
there.
Yeah, the Bucks is
Playoffs.
they
So
definitely
right now
there.
the Bucks are there off of the strength of their championship, though. I don't.
Yeah.
The way
They're
looking
just
this year,
there.
I'm
If they
not
get
putting
all
them.
three guys there, they're there. If Drew, Chris Middleton, and Giannis is there, they solid.
See, okay,
They haven't lost this season yet with those
Let's
two
be
guys
honest.
playing.
Bucks only won last year because niggas was injured. I'm sorry.
Stop saying
Let's be
that, bro.
honest.
And
Stop
because
saying
Trey Young got hurt in that
Let's be
series, that
honest.
series was
Let's
looking
be
kind of
honest. Can we
shaky
be
before
honest,
Trey got
please?
hurt.
Come on, man.
Hey,
Be honest.
but I want to go back to that. I want to go back to that real quick because again, when you got players of that caliber, so let's line it up. This year, we see Kevin Durant and the Nets. They're number one in the East, right? They're number one in the East currently. Steph Curry, are they currently number one?
Mm-hmm.
They're currently number one. Like there isn't too much of a difference in like those guys are decent. Like the guys that Steph Curry got around him, like they're decent. But we're not saying the same thing. Like people are predicting Steph is just going to win and he can be that guy to will a team to the finals. Why aren't we saying that about KD?
Hold on.
I know more
They're
people
decent. Those guys are not just decent. They're
those
battle
are
tested.
Yeah.
and
These
the
are battle
coach
tested
too.
players.
Some of them are
Shaq,
battle. It's a
don't do
mix
that,
of
don't do
battle
that,
tested.
don't do
Because
that.
I would say that I think Jordan
They
Poole
got
is really good.
Draymond, Shaq.
I was
They got
the first
Draymond.
reason.
You got
Let me
Draymond,
just
you
say
still
this.
got Iguodala, you got
They
Clay
got a mix
coming
of
back.
vet and young guys
I
that
get
can
it.
make it work.
I
was the
get
first. I
it.
called it before the season started. I told you Jordan Poole is gonna be good, and yeah, and Shaq was like, you think everybody gonna do?
No, you said he was going to be. You think
Yeah.
everybody?
I said he. I didn't say. I said he's gonna be averaging 15 a game.
It's over.
It's a fact.
Klay
Exactly.
Thompson puts on his cape. He's going to.
And Klay Thompson
No,
is
Klay
gonna be
Klay
playing
definitely makes them
It's
better.
gonna be madness.
Klay definitely makes them better. All I'm saying is that y'all would have no problem saying Steph could will a team to the finals. Y'all wouldn't have no problem saying that.
I wouldn't say Steph could will a team for the final. I think
This
Warriors
2021 Steph, yes. I will say that.
I don't.
Kevin
I think
Durant
he-
can't?
No,
Kevin Durant?
But
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
KD had
We're
if
saying
KD
they're
had
gonna win.
if KD had Steph's team, I would say that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Easy.
Okay.
So
Because
it's just that you think the Warriors
and
pieces
you
is
have the
definitely
coach.
the Warriors side pieces is definitely better than the Nets.
Who's the
side
Nets
pieces.
coach again? Oh, Steven. Yeah, it's Nash. But come on, man. I'm like,
He's
come on,
not
man.
6 man. He's not 6 man. Oh,
Bro, for real,
At
he
this
about to
point,
suit
he
up,
might.
bro.
He might
Does
just
Steve
be.
might
Nash have a championship? I'm just not sure. Just checking.
No, he doesn't. No,
That's
he
it,
doesn't.
bro.
He doesn't.
He got an MVP that should have went to
Okay.
Kobe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not to hate on you.
But shout out to Steve Nash. Though. I don't want
Shout out
to.
to Steve Nash. Shout out.
Big fan over here.
Yeah, one of the greatest. He's definitely one of the greatest of all time.
I definitely took one of his
I
moves.
wouldn't
His
say
move where you
greatest of
go
all
around the
time. He's
basket,
one
you
of the
dribble around the
greatest.
basket in circles.
No, that's why I said he's one of the greatest of all time.
Not all time. I would have put it all
Yes.
time at that.
Yes, he's one of the greatest point guards of all time.
What would you make him? He's top 5.
No,
Are you
he's
kidding
definitely
me?
top 10.
What?
Top 10 point guard. Top 10,
He's a top 10
point
PG.
guard.
Of all
10?
time, yes.
Two-time
Yes.
MVP, top 10 point guard. Stop playing.
It's just you got to. It's the
Okay.
eye test. He was just really good. Like he just.
Yo, y'all gotta stop.
Man,
This percentage is
Of
crazy.
all time, top 10.
Listen,
Yeah.
no. Y'all forgetting during the time Steve Nash was
man.
really good, the Knicks were really, 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 really bad. So they weren't watching basketball around that time.
Yeah.
Yo.
Steve Nash was wild on the league. Like Steve Nash was really going crazy.
Yo,
Yeah.
spit your top 10 point guards real quick. I'm just really having a hard time saying that.
I can make it. All right. So not in order.
Not in order.
All right. So we got Westbrook, just to get that out the way.
Yes, sir.
Wow, shocking coming from you, Sam.
Listen, we got Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
We have Curry.
Yeah.
We have CP3. We
Okay.
have Stockton.
I'm waiting to hear Magic.
Who?
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
I was
heck?
about to say, like, Magic should be the first name you think.
Yeah.
That's 6, by the way. That's 6. So we got 6.
Yep.
Well, we got Rondo. We got.
Oh hell! Stop.
Jason Kidd. Let me finish. We got Jason Kidd.
All
You got
right.
Jason Kidd.
All
You
right.
got
Just know
Oscar
Rondo
Robertson.
has one more title than Jason Kidd, but it's okay though. All right,
And
Jason-
like
Wait,
100,000
is
less
Jason Kidd
games.
top
bro.
10?
Jason Kidd-
Possibly, yeah.
Huh?
Possibly. We're on 6 right now. We're putting in Jason Kidd automatically.
For a
Yeah,
top
Chris
10
Paul.
PG?
Did you put Chris Paul in there?
Yeah, he did.
I have Westbrook, Thomas, Curry, CP3, Stockton, Magic.
Stockton was
Yeah.
in the line.
Jason Kidd got to be in there.
Jason Kidd got to be in there. You got to think about Gary Payton,
Best
possibly.
Best passers ever.
Mm,
But Steve Nash was a great passer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oscar Robertson. Oscar
Are we
Robertson.
putting AI in this, or we can't really
Oscar
put
Nah, AI is a shooting guard to me.
AI is a point guard, but I mean,
Yeah, and a revolutionary point guard. Probably.
In my mind, when I put my list, I put him with the shooting guards.
All right, so we got
I
Kid.
put him.
Yeah,
He's the.
Kid
you
is
got
a,
Oscar. You can't
tier
forget
shooting guard.
Oscar.
Yeah, I put the big O.
You got to put the big.
Bro,
O
when
in
you
there.
see
F these
Oscar
old
Robertson
guys,
play,
man.
bro? When you see him play,
The numbers though, I didn't see it.
He was
Oscar
not watching
Robertson
Harvard
I've
classes.
never
People
seen
are just beating Oscar
get
Robertson's
a triple
numbers.
double in
tell
my
me your
life.
favorite
I
Oscar
don't got no
Robertson
footage
open
of
go
They
right now.
just beat his numbers just now. They just beat it like a couple of years ago.
That's y'all talking
I just
crazy.
be
Oscar
confused.
Robertson.
Shaq
You
be
got
pulling out
numbers
these old
that
heads like he
are only
watching.
getting beaten now. That's
Jerry West, Bob Cousy.
Bob
Shaq
Cousy's
be saying these
Bob
old
Cousy is
heads
one of the
like
greats.
he watched them on a
Bob
Friday
Cousy
night
had
in his
one
crib.
hand. I lock Bob Cousy up. I swear. I just shade him. I shade him. I give him that.
I
I
send
give
him
him
to the
left.
bench.
So when somebody
Listen,
told me Pistol Pete had the best
on my
handle
kids, Bob
in
Cousy will
NBA
cook you.
history,
On my kids,
I just
Bob
was
Cousy.
like, what's going on?
Bob Cousy's not cooking me, bro.
Bob
I
Cousy do
promise
you greasy.
Hey, yo,
Bob
Coos.
Cousy in them tucks.
Hey, yo,
In the
Coos.
tucks.
Lace him up.
Facts.
Bob
swear.
Cousy do you
I'm
crazy
definitely
in
taking
the
his
tucks.
ankles in those chucks.
Bro,
Nah,
I'm
he
taking his
cooking.
ankles. I'm giving him.
I'm
Cousy's
taking
in
Bob
out.
Cousy to the.
Oh,
I don't
he's
even know
not
how
out.
tall Bob Cousy is, but I'm still violating him.
I'm pretty sure
Jerry
he
West
lives
LeBron
in
watch
life.
ball step back three. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking at the joint. I'm like, oh,
I'm pretty sure Bob Cousy has never seen an in and out in his life.
ooh,
Give him one
Oh,
head.
wait,
they
hold
gonna get they gonna
Hold on,
try
we
and
got
lynch me
Oscar.
after. I
We got
promise
Oscar
you.
at 8. So we got Jerry West too.
Jerry West is a shooting guard.
Yeah, Jerry was a shooting guard.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
I apologize.
Frazier.
Man, who else is a point guard?
You putting Frazier in there?
I think yeah.
You
I
could
think-
put
Think about
Wall
Gary
Frazier.
Payton as well.
Tony
Wait,
Parker.
but-
You're not putting
Tony-
Tony.
The glove. You got to put the glove. The best defensive.
Wait,
point
hold
guard.
on. We're not putting Tony Parker.
Tony
No.
Parker, he
10?
wasn't my
Mike,
favorite.
yeah.
Not my favorite. Not my cup of tea.
No. No.
But I think Tony
no,
Parker's great, but
Parker?
he's not my
No.
favorite. He's not better than
y'all
Steve
gotta stop
Nash.
picking y'all
No.
favorites.
Point guard of
picking
the
y'all
Spurs
favorites, man.
dynasty.
Valid.
Tony Parker wasn't better than Steve Nash. I'll tell you that.
Nobody
Hell
got a
no.
Tony
Yeah, I
Parker
wouldn't say,
jersey.
you're right. I want to say
Unless you lived in
Steve
France.
Nash.
Nobody
I'm
got
not-
a Tony Parker.
I'm not a
jersey.
huge Tony Parker fan, but Tony Parker's a 4-time NBA champion and a Finals MVP.
Yeah, because I would be too if I played with Tim Duncan.
But he's
The
a
heck?
Finals MVP though.
And Ginobili
And
and Kawhi.
I'm just saying, if Steve Nash played with Tim Duncan, they would same result.
Yo,
And
he got
Ginobili.
Amari Stoudemire.
Nasty.
Come on now.
He's also a 6-time All-Star. That's kind of hard not to put him in 4-time championship.
I
Finals
don't see Tony Parker doing like going to Phoenix and like really carrying a team
Yeah.
to be at a San
We
Antonio
can't-
level
we can't
where it's
talking-
like, oh, it's either them or us.
we can't talk in hypotheticals or possibilities.
all right, you're right,
He
but-
led a dynasty.
No, we can. We can talk. No, he didn't lead a dynasty. He didn't lead.
He was
no
a part
dynasty.
of a dynasty.
He was in the perfect situation.
If you put him with a Finals MVP, that means he also led a dynasty.
No.
He had a huge
Iguodala led a
part-
dynasty?
Oh my gosh, bro!
For the
I'll
finals
never
he
forget
did.
the league for that.
For the finals he did.
I'll never forget them for that.
Iguodala ain't lead no damn dynasty.
Man was
he
being
got
guarded
that
by
finals.
Timothy Mozgov.
that,
bro.
Yo,
That was the
Iguodala
worst
was there
finals
when it
MVP.
counted. When
That
they
was
needed
the
the
worst.
most.
Yeah, for sure.
So wait,
So
I'm
was
confused.
Robert Horry. He don't got no Finals MVP. The heck?
Hey,
I'm-
He got 10 rings though.
I'm
Tony
confused.
Parker's last championship, Kawhi was also playing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But if we
And he was a role player for that as well. I don't even know who was the best player on that last championship team. It was just a bunch of guys.
bunch of good guys, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. All guys that was like B minus.
Because Tim Duncan,
Mhm.
he was just ready to give you 12 and 10 and be solid. Ginobili was giving you 13, 14, maybe. I don't know. And it was just a bunch of like we
But
just.
I think
all
Tony
right here.
Parker did hit that like that way up shot. So I think Tony Parker did hit a huge bucket in that series though. I remember.
No,
Nah,
Tony
he-
Parker hit a lot of big shots. He hit
Yeah.
a lot of big shots.
He did
Yeah.
his thing.
He was a liability on defense, but he hit a lot of big shots.
All right, wait. So let's finish this up just so I keep this in the focus though. We
But
have
Steve Nash has got to be there. He has to be in
No,
your
he's
top.
there.
Based
He's
off
there.
of how much we debating for these last two people, Steve Nash got to be on there.
So we have one more slot that's open. We got Westbrook, Isaiah Thomas, Curry, CP3, Stockton, Magic, Jason Kidd, Oscar Robinson, Steve Nash, and then one more slot for point guard.
Damn.
We putting in Walt?
One more slot. We put
I didn't put in Walt.
You put Walt. You don't put your boy Dame?
No.
So you're gonna tell me
No.
Steve Nash is better than Dame?
Yes.
Steve Nash is better than Kyrie.
greater.
He's
Yes.
greater
The resume.
He's greater and better.
Yeah, he's better. He's better than Dame. Did you put J Kidd already?
Mhm.
Yes. I
So
okay.
I just
He's on
put
my list.
Clyde the Glide, Frazier. Yeah.
Is Russ on there? Did we say Russ?
Dishing and dishing.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
John
said Russ.
Stockton. You didn't say John Stockton.
He did.
He did say
Okay.
Stockton.
I'll read it off again.
One-handed bandit. Stockton, who only passed with his right hand, only dribble with his right hand, but it's all right.
But he got 15,000 assists and 10,000 steals.
So I guess we can all agree the 10 spot goes to Rondo. All right, got you.
Come on, son.
All right, now think about this. Two-time NBA champion.
No, we're not doing this.
We're
We're not
not
doing this.
Two-time
We're
role
not
player.
doing
He's
this.
a role player on both, bro.
Is Rondo?
Nah,
Where's
chill.
Rondo in the all-time assist? Where's Rondo
Rondo
in
is
the
one of
all-time
the
assist?
most gangsterest players in the NBA by far. He gets that
Yeah,
award.
that
So
don't
is
get
Patrick
you
Beverley.
nowhere. Yeah.
Nah, Patrick Beverly's all show.
So is-
Rondo really
is-
should
He just be running around.
Just be running around doing nothing.
They're just not doing nothing.
Rondo,
Where's Rondo on the all-time
I'm not
assist
gonna
list?
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hate Rondo right now. You know why I hate Rondo right now? Yo, Rondo be having the wide open layup and still looking for a cut. Bro, lay the ball up. Lay the ball up. Wide open.
Yo, let's do these Christmas predictions. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We starting off with Atlanta, New York. That's the first game. You know how that gonna go.
Easy, New York, easy. Let's go next.
Yo, y'all losing that. Y'all losing that.
Yeah.
Trey give me out 30 and 10. Promise
The
you.
Hawks haven't
Real
been
talk,
playing
you're not
that
gonna
great
put
right
D-Rose
now.
on that list of greatest of all time? D-Rose don't get that?
No,
No.
he didn't get that.
Oh, wow.
I wish.
He didn't get
Yeah.
that.
Damn.
I really do wish though.
Because
Yeah, me
if you
too,
put
yeah.
Derrick Rose in there, you got Penny Hardaway got to.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And then Kyrie, and then it's just-
Chill.
I don't know. I just sorry.
You're doing too much, bro.
But yeah,
Yeah, so we got the
what
Knicks
if,
in there. Everybody agree. Let's move on.
no, I have a question though. What if this was like the fire under his butt for Kemba Walker? I think this might be the thing that gets him started on the next part of the season.
That's true.
Him being taken out of the rotation, he has his rest.
Yo,
Now
remember when Nate Robinson got benched for like a month and then he came back and he just like dropped 40? It'll be something like that. And then it's just going to go back down.
Yeah, I'm supporting all
honest
y'all
opinion-
who's supporting the Knicks right now. I appreciate all this love. Keep it going.
My honest opinion is Kemba's too good for y'all to be benching. Like, y'all don't have that luxury of benching Kemba Walker. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it just don't make
playing
sense to me. Like,
Miles
Yo, bro, when
McBride.
he is a defensive liability.
but Elfrid Payton played.
Team in the NBA defensively.
The whole season.
Kevin
in the
Knox is
playoffs.
playing.
Like,
Kevin Knox is playing. I know Kemba is cooking them in practice. I know it.
No,
He
for a
has to
fact.
be cooking them in practice. There's no way Kemba's not cooking Kevin Knox in practice.
Mhm.
where he's seeking Kevin Knox out. He's like, nah, that guy. Screen.
Exactly.
Bucket. Like, he just what he
Yeah.
just dropped 29 tonight.
So 29.
There's nobody else other than Julius Randle on the Knicks that could do that.
Mm-hmm.
You only have one other guy that can give you a 30-piece on any given night. You don't have nobody else that can do that. Tom Thibodeau got to understand that this is 2021, not 1989. Like, you can't just be subbing dudes out just because you losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to figure it out. You got to switch up your defensive plan. But going into this game, I mean, they both 11 and 10 right now. The Knicks are 11 and 10.
The Hawks not playing that great either right now.
Yeah, the Hawks are
definitely
11 and 10.
So why are we disagreeing about the Knicks? Oh, we lost the
What you
goal.
mean?
Why are we
Yeah,
disagreeing
I'm
about
sure.
the Knicks? Because they suck.
Yeah.
They mediocre. Like, it's not even like they don't like
What's the
suck.
Lakers
They
record?
just like they're a first round team. They're not, huh?
What's the Lakers record?
Better than the Knicks. Tell you that much.
By a lot?
No, by LeBron James.
This I know. If we were playing
ain't no
the
LeBron
Hawks
James in New York
on Christmas, there would be no debate. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Trae Young
Like-
dropping 30 and 10 on Christmas, bro.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
wait, where are they playing at?
In New York.
Oh, so yeah, Trey's taking that.
He's gonna put on the show.
He's gonna be on one.
Y'all done did mad extra stuff for Trae Young. Gave him like basically gave him a key to New York. Had him at wrestling shows in New York. Did all that extra stuff.
All of that.
He's comfortable. This is
y'all
home now.
Still saying Trae Young's name in all these viral videos.
Yeah, y'all. He stay. That's real.
Trae Young gonna have his own side talk video.
Life.
It's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
All right, yo, next one.
Yeah, what's next?
I think it's Celtics Bucks.
I got
Celtics Bucks is the next one.
Yeah, but
I got Bucks.
Are we
Celtics
ready
are disappointing.
should the Celtics be ready to move on from Jason Tatum?
From Jason Tatum? They don't move on from Jason Tatum
as the focal point? Or is it just that he just needs a lot more time?
I don't know. I don't know what they gotta do. It's one of those things where like him and Jaylen Brown, like he's the face, but like Jaylen Brown is just as good to them, and that's why they haven't traded Jaylen Brown ever. They could have traded Jaylen Brown to get Kawhi, to get AD, to get Jimmy Butler, to get any of. They haven't parted with them for any of those guys. So it's like at this point, it's like now we gonna trade them for who? Like it's hard to leave when you kind of like dug your heels in the sand that deep on these two guys. Yeah. And it's like
would that be a bad trade for Ben Simmons?
That would be a terrible trade.
For who?
Jaylen Brown.
It would be a great trade for Philly to get Jaylen Brown with Embiid and whatnot.
Yeah, but for the Celtics,
will have a scoring point guard or defensive kind of.
It could work, but it's just up to Ben Simmons being willing to be better as a player. Like, because then you think about Ben Simmons and Jason Tatum on the perimeter, that's a 6'10" backcourt basically. That's really like could lock up, but like on the other end, it could be an issue.
A liability, yeah. I got Bucks winning.
You need a whole team of shooters to work for Ben Simmons. It's not going.
Yeah,
and you need like an all-star level shooter as a center or power forward. So if you got that for the pick and pop, then it's not going to work.
Or you might have to make him play like a low-key like point center type of thing where he's technically your 5 and just spacing the court around that. Like, I don't know. I think Ben Simmons. I don't know what y'all think gonna happen with him. You think he's gonna like? Is he really going? Are they really going to end up trading him at all this year? How much money is he losing right now by not playing at all? Like, have they stopped finding him?
More than enough. He's losing.
Yeah, I think because he's not playing right now. I think he's still being fine.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. But I got Bucks with I got Giannis scoring 40. 40 and 10.
Dropping 40 because I don't see anybody on the Celtics stopping that. Yeah, I don't see that.
They did just play him in one. Also, like when Jaylen Brown, because that's the thing with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, they can really go off as a duo and really get you a win.
I'll score you.
And when they go off, it really looks good. Like when they go off, it makes you like, nah, why would we trade any of them? Because look at this potential type of thing.
But they gotta blow it up though.
Because really and truly, they were a couple plays away from being in the finals in the bubble, and that could change how we see them. They've been to the conference finals a couple times, more than some greats. They've been to like 2 or 3 conference finals right now, early in their career. So it's like they played Miami. They went 6. Could have a couple of different plays go differently, and they could be right playing the Lakers in the finals, and be looking at them like, dang, why would we break that up? So it's like they just need the right pieces around them. I thought Kemba was good when he was healthy. It worked with him because he was willing to be that third guy. But I don't know. They need a big that can stretch the floor. They need defense. They need a lot of pieces to fit around. That's a weird duo to fit around.
They gotta blow it up like Portland, bro. It's time. Both of them teams, it's time.
No, Portland is past time.
Try not to make that same mistake OKC did, where because Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden were so good at the beginning and they didn't get to achieve what they thought they should have achieved early on, then they just blew it up. I think Celtics might just be trying to prevent that from their own demise. But
missing out, yeah.
Yeah.
How long has this been though? It's been 4 years. Like how long has this experiment been?
Oh yeah. I think Jalen's first year they were in the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yes, because that's when they had IT. And then Tatum's first year is when Kyrie came. And then Kyrie's first year they went. Kyrie's first year they went to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost to Cleveland. Then they came back. That was when that year was.
You
trash.
really an encyclopedia, bro. That's crazy.
And then they lost to Milwaukee in the second round, 2019, and then 2020 they went to the conference finals again in the bubble, and now 2021 they lost to Brooklyn.
That's not bad. That's not a bad run.
No, that's what people don't get to. Chris Paul just made a conference finals last year, bro.
Yesterday.
That's nasty work.
That's crazy.
OD. That's OD.
So it's like I think you can. I wouldn't be mad if they blew it up, but I feel like it might take a lot longer to even. I think there's a lot other teams who would need to blow up they core before Boston. Like Dallas, they need to blow everything up again. Not like they get rid of Porzingis, get rid of everybody. Like Portland, they could blow that up. There's teams that could blow it up before Boston.
But to your Sixers point with Ben Simmons, I think that's going to be a Blazers trade before the end of the year. I'm almost sure.
For Dame?
Like a.
No, not for Dame. Dame is not going
for
anywhere.
CJ?
For CJ?
CJ injured right now, right?
Yeah, he collapsed lung. I don't know when he coming back.
Maybe if they feel like the Blazers are okay with taking that risk and giving up CJ because of that injury, and the Sixers may be willing to take that on, maybe they could just do a straight up trade.
I don't know. I don't think the Sixers would trade Ben Simmons at this point for
after all that
CJ.
and all you getting back is CJ McCollum. They done did too much work for all them to get CJ McCollum.
It's not like
It's
not like a collapsed lung is going to keep him out forever. That's not like a.
I'd rather them go to Indiana and try and get like Brogdon and LeVert for Ben Simmons than do that. Like I don't know.
That's true. They do have to get a couple pieces. Like injured CJ.
You got to get multiple. Like because Ben Simmons is gonna go. CJ. Because the thing is, Ben Simmons is gonna go to his next team and he's gonna be locked in. Because he's gonna be like, all right, bet y'all think I'm this. I'm gonna show y'all I can still be what I was, and violate. I feel like he's really gonna be better. So he's not playing now, but like he's mentally preparing. Like, yo, wherever I go next, I'm gonna go play a lot better.
That's an interesting take. I could actually see Turner or Sabonis actually going to the Celtics because I think the 3, 4, 5 spot will see what the Celtics are lacking right now. And I think that's where they might be going since they both said, hey, we need to dip from the Pacers. I think that might be a perfect team for them.
You got a Sabonis. Sabonis, he's a real solid player for real. Like I really like Sabonis.
Why they don't like the Pacers? What's wrong with the Pacers?
I think it's Rick Carlisle, man.
Dang,
I don't know. And he just got there. Indiana's just one of them teams that's like they cool, but like they're not cool enough.
No, you gotta have a certain type of swag to gain traction with that team.
Yeah, and they just never had enough.
Paul George was the last like spark that really put the Pacers on, bro. We forget
even
that.
Oladipo, and when Oladipo went there, he had it a little bit, and then he got hurt. I think Oladipo's still in Miami. He gonna come back eventually soon. I think Miami is that team. I don't think Miami not getting enough. Like
but I think by the third quarter of the season, they're gonna start to turn around because, like you said, all those injuries, you're gonna start seeing players come back, get acclimated with the system and things like that. So
because if they having Victor Oladipo off the bench with Tyler Hero, with Lowry, with Jimmy Butler, Bam, PJ Tucker, that's a finals level team.
Yeah,
I could see him.
Been there.
Yeah. I thought Tyler Hero was an all-star before early on. I still feel like I'm trying to think about all-star guys. I feel like Tyler Hero was playing at an all-star level.
Is he still doing well? I know he was killing at the beginning of the season. Like, is he still?
That's 6 man.
Yeah,
that's 6 man. I mean, who else is in that conversation? What is Jordan Clarkson looking like this year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Melo was in the running for like a couple games.
Yeah, for like 10 games, bro.
Yeah. That would be fire if he won though.
That would be nice.
Let's go, Carmelo Anthony. Let's go.
I would love it if he became 6 man. That would be amazing, but he's got to be consistent in shooting.
Yeah.
What's the next game?
Oh, the Lakers Nets. No, actually, no, I'm lying. It's the Warriors Phoenix is the next game.
Warriors.
That's the 5:00 game.
Did the Suns beat them the second time around, or
No.
they lost, right?
They split. Yeah. So the Suns won the first one. Warriors won the second one.
But Booker was out for that second game.
Yeah.
When does Clay come back?
January.
They're saying that he could come back maybe around the middle of January. The first game is against Miami, January 3rd or 4th.
They really want him to come back at home.
Yeah.
So that's what they're playing. Like they just
We should come back against like the Pistons or something. Like he gotta make him come back against Miami is too much for him to just.
Yeah, it's either that they might have a home game against like Cleveland or something like that.
Right. Even though Cleveland has been killing too.
I got the Suns though. I got the Suns.
I got Warriors.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave. Actually, I said this before in the chat. Like Steph plays terrible on Christmas Day. I don't know what it is. He's never had a good Christmas Day game that I've seen. So I'm leaning towards the Phoenix on Christmas Day. And they at home. So they go crazy at home too.
Yeah. It's a different.
Who'd you say is home?
Phoenix.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
I feel like Steph is in like a different bag. This ain't 2015, so it's a different. He just has a different feel to his play, bro. So I feel like he's I don't know what it is, man. The way he's been playing and shooting
on another level, man.
It's insane.
It's crazy to see somebody who has been shooting at an amazing clip for like 4 or 5 years, and then saying that, okay, I'm going to bring it up another level. I can't. I wouldn't be able to dream that he'll be playing at another level.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like plateau. Like, okay, Steph is Steph.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be, but it's still great.
This is crazy.
It's a different. I think what it is, he just looks just stronger. Like he looks built out. So you're not kind of bullying him off the ball. He used to get like pushed around like ragdoll, and it's like
he's the bully now. He's kind of low key the bully. You guard him
so he could take more contact and really still finish. And I think the other thing that I think makes him better is like sometimes he still hunts threes, but he don't hunt threes as much. And so if you give him, if you try and take away the three, he'll really like, all right, I'm gonna just float you to death all game.
Right.
And he'll do that.
Yeah.
In 2016, I think he would try and not do that and just go back trying to find a three. This time, I feel like he's taking more of what defense give him, and then occasionally he'll just take whatever he wants.
Do you imagine having a whole defense just waiting for you to pump fake? You must have complete comfortability with your game to be able to just go like this, and then you can have an easy basket. You could probably have 3 or 4 people in front of you trying to jump at you. That's ridiculous, man.
When I saw him draw a foul from the half court line because they really had to contest because he was just shooting a half court shot, that's when I was like, nah, that's crazy.
Bro.
He really got fouled on a half court shot because that's how much they respect him making a shot from any distance.
Who are those guys that do those skits for the NBA? They do like LeBron in the.
Oh, you talking about like RDC?
RDC. You saw the one they talked about like guarding Steph.
From
when he wakes up in the morning, just lock up.
At 8 o'clock at night. Like, what are you thinking about that whole day, knowing that that's your matchup at the end of the night? Like,
I don't know.
He's sweating.
Go to bed
get his numbers and then text messages from a random number. I'm trying to throw him off. I'm trying to send him calls, prank calls. I'm trying to
death threats.
Hey, is Steph the hardest player to guard of all time?
Nah, Carmelo.
He is. Wow.
Oh my God. Yo, you gotta chill, bro.
Carmelo's a legit answer though. Carmelo's a
no, it's not.
Kobe said Carmelo.
If Kobe said Carmelo,
Kobe, that's for him.
Carmelo.
That was his.
That's for him.
But he also was saying that about KD. KD was somebody that Kobe's like, I didn't even get a chance to fully solve him yet. Because
Kobe said that about T-Mac too.
Yeah, Kobe said that about a couple guys.
I feel a little bit disrespected that I say Carmelo Anthony and y'all be like, oh, get out of here. Like, yo, he's a hard guard, 1-on-1.
He is.
He said the question was, Is he the hardest guard
Yes.
of all time?
He can play you back against the basket. He can play you straight up.
Top 5?
Rack. He can shoot. Not him right now.
Carmelo in their prime, top 5.
Yo, y'all, but okay, hardest to guard don't necessarily mean who got the most moves. Like Shaquille O'Neal was hard to guard.
Nah,
like
he had 2 moves.
No, but Carmelo got mad moves. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying it's not about who got the most moves. I'm saying
no. But I would not put Shaq and Carmelo as they're both hard to guard. I would even use hard to guard for Shaq.
Yeah, what?
Tackle him and put him on the foul line. It was easy to guard.
What?
Just foul him.
Are you kidding me?
I'm talking about offensive
abilities.
Like
that's not really guarding. That's not like a guarding.
Because you get out the game.
That's not locking him down. That's not locking him down.
Yo, y'all do know Shaq was averaging like 30 and 50. Like
30.
Like y'all gotta go back to the numbers.
35 and
like,
17 in the finals type stuff.
Come on,
even if we throw
Shaq, no one is ever. I think Shaq, you're the only human being that says Shaq is a hard guard. Like nobody uses that to define it. They say that he's the most dominant, but it's you can't guard.
But what does that mean?
So what does that mean? Conversation. It's the same conversation when you say.
No, it's not because like there's certain moves that players do that cannot be guarded. Like the fadeaway.
Shaq, but that's what I'm saying. Shaq was the move. Shaq was the move.
I just think that we don't really apply centers to a lot of these conversations because
that's really
Shaq is one of the hardest to guard, then you have to apply Hakeem.
And then you have to apply Kareem.
Exactly. So it's like guys, don't really include centers in these
guys. We talk about Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant force to ever play basketball. We talking about
that's the only definition we're going to use. We're going to use dominant force. We're not going to
say but that's a part of being unguardable is that you're dominant. Like you're so like Steph is dominant at what he does, right? Dominant doesn't just mean strong. Like dominant means that you're overtaking the opponent with what you have, with your ability.
You can't be stopped.
You're unstoppable. Shaq was like there was no game, like there was nothing you could do to stop Shaq from getting his 30. There was nothing you could do to stop Shaq from getting 35. And he was gonna grab 15, 16, 17 rebounds. Like there was nothing you could do with Shaq. Carmelo Anthony, that lasted for how long? Like it
easy. It lasted for a long time.
Don't do that.
Are you kidding me?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't slander Melo on.
Yo, I love Melo, but we're not doing that. It's levels, man.
I don't know. I think KD
don't
might
not level Carmelo with Shaq. Like Carmelo.
Are we losing our minds here?
No. Carmelo's in the Hall of Fame.
Evaluate Carmelo Anthony. I don't like slander. Like the only thing he hasn't gotten was the NBA Finals. He has gotten everything else. He has been the top of the game at any other basketball.
You gotta chill, bro.
Except for getting the finals. And there's people out there who haven't even gotten the finals. This guy.
That's cool. But you gotta give the nod. Hold on.
What people say about Carmelo Anthony is that he is a hard guard.
He is. He
hasn't had the best situation. He hasn't had the best like team situations. But in terms of like him as a player, him as who has the most package, like. With his
Paul.
Hey, that was crazy.
You're wild. Who has the most package?
Bro, why you said it again?
You camera for 5 minutes. You on timeout,
hey, Keyon. Here's what I'm saying. We know Melo is nice. Like we know Melo in his prime, one of the best to ever do it as far as scoring is concerned. He averaged 30. He was a scoring champion. Like, but we talking about Shaquille O'Neal, who dominated the game from the early 90s all the way up until the mid 2000s, like being that guy. Like Carmelo was never the best player in the league.
Even if we put Shaq though in that conversation, we give him a top five hardest offensive players to guard. You got Shaq, you got Curry, you got KD. I'd say Kobe and then Melo.
No, Michael Jordan. Are y'all
crazy? That's why I don't understand what y'all doing right now.
Yo, what are we talking about?
What are we
talking about?
What are we doing, guys? This is crazy. I don't know what we're doing right now.
I throw my hands up.
Lost our minds.
All right, guys. Let's clarify the question.
Yo, listen, hold on. Maybe I'm bugging. Michael Jordan isn't in your 5 hardest to like. What are y'all talking about here?
No, so Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, that's what.
What does that mean? Like what?
Hard guard.
He is a hard guard.
No, that's not what the hard guard. When people talk about hard guard, it's like when
you want to say most skilled. You want to say who got a versatile like bag. That's what you want to say.
I don't want to
say effective. Say effective.
It's the best thing is his package. He has the best layup package. He has the best shooting package. He has the best
that doesn't mean harder to package.
Like, yo, he could do anything. There's nothing that you can do that he doesn't have 2 or 3 adjustments for. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about in terms of hard guard. It's not like, yo, you're not. There's more people who are dominant. Like Giannis is dominant.
Yeah, but we wouldn't say he's the hardest to guard.
Hard guard.
Giannis is one of the hardest players to guard right now in the NBA. Right now, Giannis is one of the hardest. Are y'all kidding me?
I think we've seen how easy it could be to make a coaching scheme if you have the right pieces. I don't think he's the hardest. He's a hard guard, but I don't think he's the hardest to guard.
But you haven't seen coaching schemes against Carmelo that work? Are y'all kidding me?
So then LeBron has to be in that conversation too, because LeBron is a hard guard. Because LeBron is runs through
once
people.
you take into account his passing,
LeBron don't got
all
a
that
package.
stuff.
LeBron don't got like a crazy like handle or layup package.
His bag isn't crazy, but LeBron is one of the toughest guards. He is. He's
but like, you know what you mean when we're having this conversation.
No, yeah, but y'all.
All right, but what do you mean by hard to guard? Like, what are you trying to like? What's determining why they're hard to guard?
Me, the hardest to guard is there's nothing you could do to stop this. There's nothing you can do. Shaquille O'Neal, there was nothing you could do. There was nothing you could do. He was going to get his no matter what, and he was going to win championships doing it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Maybe we should specify with guards then, like who's the hardest guard. I guess because that's
Carmelo Anthony was a tough player to guard because he was super versatile. The pull up was we all love that jab step pull up. We all love the fadeaway. We love Melo's game. But like if we're gonna be honest, Shaq was tougher to guard than Carmelo Anthony. Like, are you kidding? Shaq got doubled for 15 years.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't like adding big men into these conversations because it just feels like it just doesn't match.
Okay. All right, let me
Shaq
say this.
To Carmelo, it's hard to compare them.
Okay, let me say this.
Compare Shaq to Kareem or whatever. Like I don't know.
No, okay, so let me say this because y'all don't add bigs in the conversation of basketball anyway. Let me say this. Shaq played in the greatest era of big men.
Yeah, and did work. Yeah,
and he still was the best. You feel what I'm saying? Like he was the best. Like. No.
I definitely agree with you.
I think big men are better now because they can shoot threes.
No, they're not better. They're not better.
They can
shoot.
Points.
They can shoot better.
So what's the point? What makes a person or what makes a player better? They
effective. Being effective. Being effective
now.
No,
they're not better big men than most of those big men back in those days.
No, they're not. Karl Anthony Towns is better than Shaquille O'Neal or Hakeem Olajuwon? Like, what are we talking about?
Not the greatest of, and Shaq was not playing with all those guys. Shaq was not playing with them.
Yes, he was.
Shaq was playing with Akeem Olajuwon like that?
Yeah, they played in the finals.
He played against him in the finals.
I cooked.
Shaq also cooked as well.
He played against Patrick Ewing. Like, what are we talking? Like, these are some of the greatest. What's his name? The Admiral, David Robinson. Like.
He gave all of them work.
He's some of the greatest players ever.
Ewing, he gave
Guys,
all
I'm sorry to say this. My computer died for a sec, and I opened it back up, and the first notification that I got was Deron Williams wins unanimously against Frank Gore.
Yes.
I forgot they was fighting today. That's crazy.
Let me just say this. I'm sick and tired of all these basketball players trying to fight. After I seen Lamar Odom fighting, hey, now you're an all-star, I was done, man. How Lamar Odom fighting the nigga that's saying, hey, now you're an all-star? I don't even know if that's the same guy. But
I didn't know
it was him either.
That's hilarious.
we have to make up for Nate.
But wait, but where we at with the Christmas predictions?
Oh,
we'll get back to that.
We are now at the Lakers Nets because we said Golden State Phoenix and then Lakers Nets, which is very disappointing. Because going into the season, that was the game that everybody was looking forward to. And now, like, we're really not gonna have none of that. Like, we was looking for LeBron, AD, Russ versus Kyrie, Harden, Durant, and we probably gonna get LeBron versus Durant, which is cool, but it's tough for the 8 o'clock like prime time game of the Christmas day.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me ask y'all a question. I'm still not over this. I gotta ask y'all a question. I'm still not over this. Okay, so like going back, like, because I want some clarity. So do y'all think Kevin Durant is a harder to guard than LeBron James?
Yes.
Are y'all kidding me?
Right now?
No, I'm talking about like in their primes, in the primes of their career.
No.
Wait, hold on. KD and LeBron?
Prime versus LeBron's prime on the Heat, I think LeBron is harder to guard.
I disagree. I think KD is harder to guard because here's what I'm talking about. Listen, guys. Listen. In terms of scoring, you're trying to stop this person from scoring.
But you're guarding them. They do
has better. KD has more of a bag than LeBron. LeBron's bag is that he is a gifted passer. Not only can he dominate by being one of the fastest players, biggest players on the court, but his strength is that he could see everything before it even happens. KD in his own bag, he is a 7-footer who could take you with his dribble to the basket. He could boom it on you. He could shoot.
Y'all gotta stop.
There's nobody who could put their hands up or jump and block KD.
You're saying
y'all gotta stop.
You're saying that, but KD, you're saying that about KD because he's a freak of nature. But LeBron in his own right in Miami was a freak of nature. You couldn't stop. You got to remember, LeBron
throwing alleys to Dwayne Wade. What do you?
LeBron, no. I think you forgot about Game 7. Was it Game 6 or Game 7 against the Boston Celtics?
No, forget that, Sam. Forget that. We could pick a million playoff games where LeBron had 48 and 8.
Facts, just
a million of them, and there's nothing you could do.
Defenses, and it wasn't even like he's sweating.
Nothing you could do. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, we've clearly seen LeBron in the toughest situations that any player could be in and score. We're not just talking about like people, because LeBron is so gifted at passing, they undermine his scoring a bit. Like LeBron does LeBron have a scoring champion? If I'm not mistaken, he does.
All right, boom.
Yes, he does. Yes,
he has a scoring champ
with the same energy as if you were.
Shaq. What year?
Now you put this category of Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, KD, and you don't put Carmelo Anthony I don't get it.
No, it's levels.
Carmelo's on a greater level than Shaquille, because guess what?
No, he's not.
He also had a hard time with Carmelo in his prime. LeBron James. Every time LeBron James came to play against Carmelo Anthony, he had a hard time guarding him. He had a hard time stopping him. Carmelo would get his.
But Shaq, we're going back to the Shaq conversation. Like, he did it, number one, when it mattered, right? Like, he did it when it mattered. Number two, he did it for a certain amount of time. Like, Shaq was top 3-4 in the league, just scorers in the league for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no way, like, coaches, like, that was when you going in, all right, here's how I look at it. When you're drawing up a scouting report, Shaq has more notes on your scouting report than Carmelo Anthony. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
For sure. For sure. You have to game plan, because there is no game plan. You have to come up with a science to figure out how you're going to take him out the game. There's no you could take Carmelo out of a basketball game. You can. You cannot take Shaquille O'Neal.
So I think
out of basketball.
That's a good
would
argument.
the question change if we narrowed it down to all right, 1-on-1, who's the hardest? What changes the question to what is the if I just all right, we just focusing on 1-on-1, not even in the thought of team defensive. You be checking up and you just that's man-to-man defense, so you have to guard Carmelo, obviously, to your point, Shaq is still there because 1-on-1 is you're not guarding Shaq 1-on-1. But like in terms of the other guys, in terms of Carmelo, in terms of LeBron, KD, like 1-on-1, you have to try and stop him from scoring. Do you feel like
that's a bad argument because you're asking me who's the most like hardest to guard? That means I have to take into consideration context. The only context we have is the games they played.
Yeah.
The only context we have.
That's why we don't use the centers, because you can't say, okay, let's play 1-on-1 with a center. You can't really use that analogy. Like people don't take that real into people don't take that into consideration. They only think of team games.
So for me, if you asking me who's a better 1-on-1, like who like if you go to the park, is Carmelo one of those? Yeah, he's like a pro-am, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would do that.
Yeah,
But
not like I just don't know why you're allowed this to happen.
Shaq will be right there with his argument, and then he just takes it one
just too far.
Shaq
always does
too far.
Shaq too far, Taylor.
He said Carmelo.
He said a pro A. He said catch him at the Drew on Sunday afternoon.
This is crazy.
Nah.
Call him
Melo is like that.
Taylor.
That's his big three.
That's his AKA. Shaq too far Taylor.
No, like Melo is like that.
Yo, that's so bad.
But
Yo,
talking
Shaq,
about
change your name to put too far in between your name right now.
But
Shaq
again,
too far Taylor.
To my argument, you cannot take Shaquille O'Neal in his prime out of a basketball game. I've seen Carmelo Anthony be taken out of, like, you can't take Shaq out of a game.
Who's gonna argue against him? I mean, we know who Shaq is. I feel like that was an easy. I feel like you ruined the argument, bro. Of course, like it's Shaq. Like, I think we should be focusing on guards.
Yeah, it's not.
Why do y'all do that?
Well, because we said we focused on guards because you came in. The question started with Steph Curry. So now going back, you put Steph Curry in that hard to guard conversation
because he does that thing that you can't. There's nothing you could do with that. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you could do.
So does Shaq have any 62-point games?
I'm pretty sure Shaq got a 60 piece.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go research.
Yeah.
I'll check
against the Clippers in 2000.
Oh, you know for sure?
I didn't. Do I know for sure?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Shaq has a 60-point game or not, but I do know that I've seen Carmelo get taken out of games. I have. I'm
almost certain that Shaq has been taken out of games. Come on now. Let's not do that.
Rarely. It was rare. Rare sighting.
Yep, I was right. 61 against the Clippers in 2000.
Wow. He was right.
I do this, bro.
61. My man got.
That's crazy.
Easy. Now.
That's a good guess, bro. Good guess.
No, I know this stuff, man. I've been doing this, man.
We're gonna have a compilation of all like Jason's memory. When we haven't consistent.
I used to be funny thing. I used to be better when I was younger. I got too much other stuff in there now, but when I was younger, it was more concentrated. I was
the stress of life,
bro. I'm telling you,
stress of life.
He had nothing to worry about but stats. Nothing.
Yo, when I was 10, you can't tell me. I promise you, 10 years old.
I used to go get the Daily News just to look at the back of the Daily News just to see the stats.
Bro, I was going on NBA.com for fun, just looking at numbers.
Google, there was this guy over here, Jay Books.
They would go. Big old grown men would come find me out of whatever I was doing to come settle arguments. Yo, Jason, get Jason right now. Isn't it
on
true?
December 5th.
How much points does Kobe average right now? I was like, right now, Kobe averages 27.8.
Yo, but we in the side Lakers and Nets. So we in the side Lakers and Nets.
Man, ain't nobody watching that game, bro.
You watching?
It's gonna be David Duke versus Austin Reeves. The heck?
I got Lakers, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Know, bro.
All I know is Jason gonna have on a Los Angeles Nets jersey.
Not unless Kyrie.
Gonna have a Los Angeles.
I promise you, the happiest day of my life. If Kyrie became a Laker, that'll be it. You would have no issues.
It's gonna say Irvis at the back. Irv Brook. It's gonna say Irv Brook at the back.
I think there's a possibility that he'll end up being a Laker.
Nah.
Wait, who would be end up being a Laker?
I'm saying if any of my favorite players became a Laker, I just feel like recently none of my favorite players have played for my favorite team. And I do know one player that's I do know one player that's gonna play. I know Jason Tatum at some point is gonna play for the Lakers for sure. And that would be beautiful.
For who? Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, for sure. He want to be Kobe
that's
so
set in
bad.
stone. Yeah, that's set in stone. They had him in the commercial in the Kobe jersey.
But can I let me ask y'all a question. I want to ask Jason and Akeem a question. Why y'all got to argue against the Lakers about having LeBron? Like, I don't get it.
Well, first of all, that's more of an Akeem question than a Jason question.
No, because you look like you can't wait for like somebody you love to be like.
Yeah, no, all right. Then it is a me question.
You know what I'm saying? Because like LeBron, like you should be happy about that. Like it's the best player.
Yeah,
I'm happy, but I'm not. It don't really move
Lakers,
me the way I want it to.
We don't get hype over getting superstar. We're not the Knicks. Like we don't rejoice. Like we like homegrown.
No, that's not just a superstar, though, fam.
I think it's not even that. I think it's a new era that we're in because people are like moving around. It's cool that players have autonomy to switch teams and control the narrative, but it takes away from people being homegrown and fans falling in love with players. Like with Lonzo, Ingram, and D'Lo and Randall, like, yeah, they suck because they were rookies. They were 2 years in. But we've had time to invest in them. We were watching
We were invested, and then they traded them all away, and then we bring in LeBron and AD. Like, all right, cool. We've been hating on LeBron for years. If you're a Laker fan, you hate on LeBron, and now he's in LA and we're painting murals for him. Like, I think the fanship is deeper than if we get a big star, they're automatically we should be fans of them. No, like we love the team. We love seeing cultivation and things building. And I mean, maybe it's a luxury as a Lakers fan. We have championships, so we could just chill out. So unlike the Knicks, where they need a superstar. And
you said all of that just to say you don't like LeBron. Just say you don't like LeBron.
Right,
no.
I still root for the Lakers. I root for LeBron. I don't want him to lose because he's my team.
Let me just say this because my answer is different from my team.
Look at my Facebook post back in 5 years ago. I was trashing LeBron. Like, I gotta keep the same energy somehow. I'm not gonna act like I love LeBron now. I was wilding on LeBron. I was bugging out.
It's just that I just can't. The thing for me, there's certain players that kind of just speak to me on a personal level. And LeBron's game has just in general I've never found it entertaining, even though with all the highlights. And I respect it deeply from like a basketball player level, but like in terms of like, yo, he don't make me want like, I don't know, he don't move me. So even him knowing that he's greatness, knowing that he's top 5, top 2, top whatever, it still don't move me to be like, yo, I'm so excited that LeBron is playing my team. It's just like there's lesser players who's not as great who move me way more. That I'm like, man, I'm hyped because
I think it's because of the whole. Sorry, what you saying?
I want to know who moves him.
Oh, Sam was about to answer that. Sam was about to answer that.
Yeah, I was waiting on that. Yeah, go ahead.
I think with Jason, he just likes players that he feels he can adapt to or feel like he can mirror himself.
Yeah, I think that is it. Like person, like players that I like, yo, if I played, I could be like them.
And that's like all of us.
Yeah, and that was kind of phase. That's why my favorite players are my favorite players. For the most part, like think about Steph, think about Kyrie, think about the guards. Like I wish we had a guard that was like, yo, this guard is it. We haven't had a guard like that since Kobe.
Oh, watch your mouth. We got one now.
Ooh. Russ still not it.
Like let's not act when we were growing up watching basketball, the teams were the teams. There weren't these big Celtics with the Celtics, Spurs with the Spurs, Lakers with the Lakers. Everybody had their set team. No one was worried about things being blown up. Now the NBA.com had to put in a whole new system that if your player gets traded, they'll give you your money back or you get to trade in that jersey. That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's how you cannot invest in a player anymore or a team because the NBA knows that your player could be traded at any minute.
Any moment.
Insane. There's no investment in the team anymore. Like that's why it's more than just we get the best player now. It's like I want to be invested. I was invested in. I don't care. I was invested in Lonzo. I was invested in Randall. I was invested in Ingram. I wanted to see them grow and become great. Even with OKC and Durant and Westbrook and stuff, they went to the finals and they lost. They didn't just blow it up. They tried again, but
they did just blow it up.
It didn't work, and they blew it up after. But they grew. They were rookies. They grew into what they are. It didn't work, and then it blew up. But like even when I pointed out with Luka in the chat, he was like, they were like, oh, when I was like free Luka, and you were like, bro, why are you saying free Luka? Like, let him stay. Like, he just started. Let him go into that thing. But even in my own mind, I'm so ready to be like, blow it up, because that's what we so used to. We don't get to be invested. Imagine being a Mavs fan and Luka.
No, but that's a little bit different because those small market teams, like, there's only so much you could do.
Dallas isn't really like I mean, they're a small market, but Mark Cuban's made it so much bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, I get your point. I do think that we're forgetting one thing. Like, yes, the Laker tradition is, we grow players from the ground up, even though we got Shaq from Orlando. We drafted Magic.
Only player we really did from the ground up was like Magic and Kobe, really.
Magic, Kobe. But those are like two. But those are two iconic. Like,
everybody else we got
two of the biggest superstars ever to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So our two biggest superstars are, you know what I'm saying, guys that we drafted or traded for within the draft, pointing towards Kobe. But again, a part of the Laker tradition is that, but also winning championships. And if you're gonna win championships, you gotta adapt. Like, you have to adapt. And LeBron James at the time, even though he may not be your favorite player, I was hyped to get, because I know, like, this is a guy that's going to the finals every year. I'm like, we're set.
Like,
I was happy. I wasn't hyped. I wasn't like,
no, I was hyped. I was.
I don't know.
I was hyped.
I wasn't.
Baby.
No, I was hyped. I was getting mad because we critique players. That's what we do when they play bad. But at the same time, like, when he first got traded, you could check my post from there. I was like, we got the best player in the world.
I don't trust Lakers fans who didn't hate LeBron before he was a Laker.
I hated LeBron.
What was your reason for hating LeBron, though?
No, I hated.
It's just natural. It was a natural opposition. We love Kobe.
Because
you don't like LeBron.
People were saying that LeBron was better than Kobe, and that wasn't rocking.
Yeah, nah.
And their games are just naturally opposite, and it was like, nah, you like Kobe, you don't like LeBron.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Nothing
like,
personal.
It wasn't, are you a LeBron guy or are you a Kobe guy? Like, that was a thing. You know,
it wasn't personal for Akeem. It wasn't personal.
But I'm not like Shaq. The same way you can't define what blackness is, I'm not gonna put Laker fanship in one box.
Shaq had the whole key to the fan club, and he be the gatekeeper.
Number one, you can't be a fan of any other team. Y'all niggas already. I mean, my bad.
I'm a fan of several players.
Other players.
Bro, all your favorite players are on one team.
Huh?
All your favorite players is on one team.
Bro, it's only two. It's not. It's two of them. It's just Kyrie and KD.
Thomas, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I do like the
Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving.
No, James Harden is not one of my favorite players.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. James Harden is not. He's not one of my favorite players.
You just
Kyrie
said the other
and
day.
KD are at the top. James Harden is not at the top. Because I'm not a fan. Well, because my thing, James Harden is cool, but like when people, in terms of scoring, he got a lot of hype, and people started.
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid were two of your favorite players.
Huh?
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid were two of your favorite players.
Those are Joel Embiid.
That was when you was a Sixers fan.
I was a fan of Joel Embiid. I was a Lakers fan who loved Joel Embiid as a player.
But you have more loyalty. It's like you show more loyalty to these guys as opposed to your own team. Like, you'll rather watch Kyrie play than watch a Laker game.
That's nasty.
That's crazy, right? It is crazy. I can't disagree.
Deny that though. I thought he was.
I'm not a liar. One day I'm not a liar. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I need to expose him because I really thought.
But let's
I've been
admitting this hard to watch some Lakers games this year, bro.
Bro, it's your team. Like, I've never heard.
And I'll still watch them.
Keyon, you never turn off a Knicks game?
Keyon don't watch the Knicks. Of
course, I'm a Knicks fan.
He don't watch the Knicks, bro.
What are you talking about?
He was disowned the Knicks like 3 years ago.
No. I never disowned the Knicks.
He gave the Knicks a break. He was on a break for 3 years. Raymond is the one who got him back to even wearing that Knicks hat. Raymond personally dragged you back into Knicks fandom.
Yeah, I said he guarded his heart.
Yeah, he guarded it was an ice box. It was over. Like, I had
I got two
feeling.
Bing bong.
Sports. No feeling was there.
Bong.
Brought me back to life. He resuscitated it. He said,
he really willed it. He put y'all all on his back and was like, nah, I'm really gonna give y'all stats and Leon Rose and Roll Wild West to death.
Wait a minute, he did what? What he did, Jason?
He willed them. He willed them.
You said he put them where?
On his back.
Whoa. Yo, you're
put him on his back. How you gonna put? That's a general term. People say he put the team on his back. He put everybody on his back.
And then it went back. It went back down here. It was a lightning in a bottle. Last year was lightning in a bottle, bro.
Knicks,
and then now Raymond got nothing now.
I can't wait for Ray to jump on the. I can't wait for Ray to jump on the pod because we got some. We got some scrutinizing.
We got.
We are here.
I'm gonna let Shaq and Raymond go at it.
We are here. We are here. I'm ready.
That is gonna be hilarious.
Look, I got everything loaded. Like I'm.
Wait, so I have a quick conversation. So speaking about the Lakers. If the Lakers don't win it this year, what's happening with Westbrook? Shipping him off?
They're going to.
Gotta be shipped.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
You gotta be shipped.
Nah, they're not gonna ship him.
They're gonna try to retool the team a little bit better around those three guys. They don't. I don't think they.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all do know that just a few years ago, like we had D'Angelo Russell. Jordan Hill was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had bums. Like we had bums.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. Though.
Nah, he's not a bum, but he was. You know what I mean? He wasn't.
He was young at the time.
Not have bums.
Yo, we had bums. Like we had bums. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm one of those Laker fans that I just want to win. I know y'all don't. You know, whatever y'all.
Yeah,
want
we had a lottery pick.
process.
We got Lonzo.
I like the. I like. I'm a fan of the
we allowed LeVar Ball to talk us into drafting Lonzo Ball, knowing daggone well De'Aaron Fox is probably the better player in college.
So you don't think if
we could have got Tatum as well.
You don't think if we grew Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Randall, it wouldn't be a four. And don't take them as they are right now because they're in different setups in different organizations. But like, you don't think if that was Lakers home world, they wouldn't be anything?
It wouldn't work.
Yo, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Those guys, like Randall, can barely handle pressure over there. Like you see how he handling pressure over there. Ingram
over there,
like we don't even mention what over there is. With black and black skies is over there. It's dark. It's very dark over there. It's not orange or blue. Nothing. It's dark.
Wow.
Brandon Ingram over there on the Bobcat. What's the name of their team again? The Pelicans. Like, come on, bro. Like,
hold on. Can I say something? So we trash, right? But you guys got like probably one of the best teams on paper, and you're not gonna win anything this year. Nothing.
That doesn't make y'all not trash.
Yeah, but that makes y'all high grade trash.
No.
That's that trash that they take out on Park Avenue. Still trash.
Y'all can't. Knicks fans can't call us like
the food costs a lot of money, but it's still in the garbage.
Yo, we just won a championship in 2020. Like y'all can't call us trash.
So we doing one of those? Okay, we just won a championship
when we 1973.
19 exactly.
That's not just.
Phil Jackson was playing when y'all won the championship.
No, but since when does the
Phil
past
Jackson
championship?
Phil Jackson didn't even have the big chair yet.
Need anything?
Yeah, his hips was he didn't have no bad hip yet.
25.
Phil Jackson didn't know what yoga meant at that. Like Phil Jackson was young.
Nah,
he didn't do essential oils and none of that yet. Like Phil Jackson had no beard last time y'all won the championship.
He was still with Bus over there.
He didn't even know what a triangle offense was. Like he didn't.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Come on, man.
It's different. It's different, bro.
It's levels. Like y'all can't. You know what I'm saying?
You guys have one of the best teams tooled up, and you guys are not going to win anything this year.
No, we're gonna win.
Well,
you have one of the best players.
That's not set in stone.
You're not going to win this year.
AD gonna come back.
We still have more. Like
when we're on vacation,
Lakers always
will you be?
When we always know that we good.
No, y'all on vacation now.
In an abyss. Y'all in the sunken place like forever.
Y'all already.
Yeah,
y'all already on vacation.
It's bad.
Yo, everybody on my team and your team have already made plans for this summer.
No.
Not with LeBron, bro.
Rondo.
No, Rondo on vacation. Rondo definitely on vacation. LeBron is still
Rondo
playing.
takes his vacation during the season.
And then
And then he's gonna come back in April. He's definitely on vacation right now. I don't know how he got on the court in Minnesota, but he played. I was like, wait, Rondo playing? That's crazy.
Yeah, I called him up from whatever boat he was on.
All I know is Keyon. All I know is you and Noah need to drive past the Garden and pick up Julius Randle so y'all can work with some dribbles with his right hand. Like y'all work him out like you work Noah. Like
my Knicks organization. This is it. The shield. This is the shield. Okay.
But hold on. But why do the Knicks want to trade Julius? Like, why do y'all want to trade him?
Because he's not it. He's not.
Oh.
He's not.
Do you really believe that, or is that just a Raymond thing? Is that just a general Knicks thing?
No, that's a general Knicks fan thing.
That's a general Knicks fan thing. Like Knicks fans are like, all right, we
ungrateful.
It's not ungrateful. It's like, we know what you are, and
sell
while you're hot. Sell it while you're hot. You don't want anybody. You don't want everybody else to know what we know.
So out of all the takes out of all the takes that Knicks fans have given within the past year, I think trading Julius Randle might be the smartest move to make.
It's not smart now.
It's smart now. Time.
I mean, no, yeah, probably it is the best of times still. If they get to the playoffs and he bombs it like he did last year, it's over. He has no trade value.
I get that. My thing is, like, y'all ain't have a player like that in a long time. I feel like
that didn't even cost that much. That wasn't like that. Didn't feel y'all sold for Randle.
What you said?
Yeah, we didn't have players like that. Randle's not like a superstar. He's like a star.
No, but y'all ain't have a superstar since Melo.
Yeah, when's the last time he was fourth seed?
When they had Melo.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then y'all didn't even spend that much bread. Like y'all usually like ship off. Y'all usually ship off everybody for a star. Like
this is my thing. When you're the Lakers or like you're the Warriors, Phoenix, like you get to say, okay, we're gonna move this piece, that like y'all don't have that luxury yet to move a player like Julius.
Yes, we
don't know what's gonna happen again.
Y'all don't like
organization has been more balanced than it has ever been in the past 10 years.
You sound like Raven, bro. Raven really
right.
Come on,
I'm telling y'all, Raven.
Phil Jackson ain't here no more.
No, let's be honest. The thing about our organization is that we don't have a lot of people under contract. The books are pretty much straight, and then we have shown bigger franchise players that look, this is a place to be. Like this is a stomping ground that you could kind of like, live in.
No, if that's true. I don't know if people want to go to New York yet.
Huh? The best case scenario.
Somebody like the bonus is somebody that we've been looking into, but like
that's the same player.
Yeah, it is. But if we could get him for cheaper, if we get him with somebody,
you're not getting Sabonis.
You're not getting Sabonis for cheaper. Are you kidding me?
Sabonis is getting max money, dog. He's 20 and 15. Like, he gonna get max money.
You're gonna have to pay him. You're gonna have to pay him. Like, and this again, you had last year was the time to trade Randle like that.
Like, you wouldn't trade him last year because that's
that was going crazy.
This is the time to trade him. This is the time to trade him. And we had
before the trade deadline,
like maybe since Carmelo Anthony, we had Porzingis. Porzingis was just like Randle,
but he never got y'all to win because he was always hurt.
Like Randle, Porzingis is different. Porzingis showed up when it was time to show up in the Knicks.
Oh, you used the wrong word. Porzingis did not show up.
Yeah, he was hurt. He couldn't get them. They didn't make the playoffs with Porzingis. He was hurt.
No, they didn't.
I thought they made the playoffs with him and Melo. No.
Nah.
I could have sworn.
Last time the Knicks was in the playoffs was the last time the Knicks was good. That was 2013.
That was Melo, Stackman, Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, that was Melo and all the old heads. Jason Kidd, Rasheed Wallace, Kurt Thomas.
That was a great Knicks, man. That was
Kurt Thomas played in 2013. Kurt Thomas played in 2013. Yo, that's crazy. Pridgey.
Pellegrino.
Yo, Pablo Pellegrino. Wow.
Steve Novak.
The discount double check. That was a good moment. The discount double check was
great moments, man. I'm telling you, there's a great moment.
No, we enjoy watching the Knicks fail. I keep telling like we enjoy that. Like
I like seeing them win too.
No, we like seeing them
Bro,
win because we
no,
want to see
when
them
the
lose.
Knicks are good,
Look
the
at y'all.
NBA is fun.
I see.
No, we want
the Knicks. No, when the Knicks are good, the NBA is fun, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We want to see them win and lose in the playoff. Like come on. That's what they've been since the 90s.
I want to see the Knicks in the finals, bro. You know how crazy that would be?
Yeah, they went to the finals in the 90s and got.
Look at how crazy they went in the first round of the playoffs.
Exactly, bro.
If they got to the finals, bro,
I would go back to New York, bro, for the finals.
Yeah, it'll be. It's gonna have to be
just
another
to be
20
there
years
for the vibe. That would be different, bro. Knicks in the finals would be amazing. I'm not gonna hold it.
By the time they get to the finals, Zoom is gonna be ancient. Like we won't even be on Zoom calls.
We're gonna be teleporting. We're gonna be
teleporting. Yeah, it's gonna be holograms and all that.
You're gonna be in the metaverse.
We'll be able to fly with the cars.
The metaverse. The first game ever played in the metaverse, the Knicks win.
Crazy. But no, I feel like, yeah, Julius, I mean, we already know that he's hit his ceiling. The problem is, though, that Knicks fans, like, y'all be knowing this, but then, like, when y'all get really hyped, y'all drag it. So now it looked like slander because now
you're right. I agree with that.
Because now, like, when y'all trade him, it looks bad on to the other superstars that may want to come. Pause. That may want to pull up to.
You know what it is? It's because they know basketball here. We know basketball here.
Yo, Jason crazy.
Like we don't.
You said what?
What do you say? What happened?
Nah, go ahead.
Himself, but nobody else called you. Pause it.
I caught it.
The thing about it is that we know basketball. We're knowledgeable about basketball, but we also have a short fuse. Like we have no patience, and we have a loud mouths. So what happens is, where other places they would have just like deal with it or just like kind of like keep it to themselves. Once we see what's up, we speak it to the rooftop. We shout it out loud, and we want everybody to hear it. And we don't realize that when we're that loud, people are starting to hear it. Like players who are interested in like, where the next stop is going to be, they're going to say, do I want to deal with that? Do I want to deal with that lack of patience and people exposing me and my weaknesses and not allowing me to grow here? That's how
called delusional, bro. It's called delusional. You ain't
gotta. Delusional is just like that's how the city is. But guaranteed,
but y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have that luxury to be that loud.
By us, we will show you so much love. There's no love that you will feel.
That's the problem.
A city like the way we show love to Derek Jeter, like we would give you that kind of love. The way we show love to Patrick Ewing, we will give you that kind of love.
It's not the same. It's not the same. But then y'all show the worst kind of hate.
Nah, but what
about Melo though? Did y'all trash Melo though? Y'all didn't trash Melo.
Yes.
Put nobody around Melo.
They did?
What?
A little bit.
What happened to the last year Melo when he was trying to waive the no trade clause?
Yeah, they did a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as what they normally did.
Because and then they blame it on Phil Jackson. That's what happened.
A tale of two cities. With you guys, like it was a real battle. Like people was like, "Yo, chill." Like, nah, this is Melo. Like we got to celebrate what he has done, and he was always a stand-up guy when it came to being in the media. No matter how much the media slandered them, or no matter how much they try to blame it on him when it wasn't really him at times, he would just take it on it. He would take it like a man, and it's like, "Yo, all right." And so we do respect him for what he did for us. And there's just been like that torn thing, like, probably wasn't the right moment, but Hey,
y'all terrible, man. Y'all are terrible. The Knicks fans are like Cowboys fans. Knicks fans are just like Cowboys fans. Like
I want to see the Knicks do great. I'm not gonna hold you, man.
But we want to see them do great because, like, you want to see them win a chip.
Yeah, say it loud. Say it with your chest.
Nah, I mean, I always say, like, I'm a Lakers fan, but I always root for the Knicks unless they play for the Lakers.
All right.
So if they play in the Lakers in the finals, obviously I'm rooting for the Knicks. Like, if they play in somebody else in the finals, I'm rooting for the Knicks, of course. Like,
I don't think you're a basketball fan if you don't want to see the Knicks win. Like everybody wants
for
to
real,
see
man.
I enjoy.
The first podcast, so much Knick love right now is just overwhelming, man.
Yeah, but we got to balance it out with telling y'all the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just had Elfrid Payton as your starting point guard for the last couple years.
Y'all got RJ Barrett as the face of your franchise. That's crazy.
That's what they want too. Like,
what do y'all think? Y'all think Zion really trying to to hold off until he can get traded?
Man,
You think that's what he's doing?
he gonna what's the number one pick for the Cavs? What was the number one pick for the Cavs?
Evan
A
Mobley.
while ago.
No, Bennett.
Nah,
Bennett.
No,
nah.
Anthony. No, don't
Bennett,
disrespect
Anthony
my guy.
Bennett.
Yeah, chill out, bro. Don't disrespect Zion, bro.
Yeah,
Zion still, when he
what
played, he
you
was still
call
averaging 25 on
Zion is
65.
Hey, I ain't gonna
fat.
hold you.
You gotta
I ain't gonna hold
remember.
you.
Fat.
I just saw a caption the other day where it said, "You," or Stan Van Gundy said this. You got to remember, Joel Embiid didn't play his first 3 years of the league. So you
31
can't
games.
compare exactly. You can't really say this is how Zion's career is going to shape out. To be.
But Joel Embiid ain't 6'5", 6'6", 300,000 pounds.
But Joel Embiid is still like what, 6, 7 feet?
He's 7 feet, 300 pounds.
Yeah, you can't train 7 feet. Like 7 feet is a gift. You like 6'6". What? How tall is he?
He's 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Average in the
But like, don't disrespect my guy. Call him.
They
Anthony
saying
Bennett.
They saying 330. Is that what they saying?
They saying a lot of stuff. Really, his weight.
330.
Nobody really knows his weight. Just like nobody know LeBron weight. Nobody. They're gonna keep on
He's
saying
definitely
numbers to
over
paint their
300
narrative.
pounds.
Go to the NFL.
He's definitely over 300 pounds.
He's
I don't
fat.
think. I don't
Right,
think.
but right now he can't do nothing. It's his foot that's his issue. So he can't get into the other than eating better, technically. So it's like until he can't like work it, he can't do no conditioning really to get back into like to the 280s or nothing like that. How he was playing before.
You need to get
So it's really about getting himself healthy. Then he can ramp himself back up.
But when when we was getting ready to get into the bubble, he had a lot of time. You saw how he came into the bubble. He was big. He was big, and he had a lot of time to get right, work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Slim
in the
down.
bubble, he didn't look right in the bubble, but the season after the 2021 season, he looked.
Yeah,
like,
but you focusing on the numbers. You're not focusing on the fact that that's still wear and tear on the body.
When he played, he put it. I'm talking about like in just production.
Yeah, he was producing.
Yeah,
he's an amazing talent.
Although when it came to winning games, he wasn't winning like games. Like when it came down to the end, like taking a last shot or like having some key buckets.
That's not.
He wasn't doing that.
The first 3 years, you're not really.
That's not how his skill set has evolved right now.
He young. He young, and I think it's obviously he was putting up 20 plus. He was doing this thing, but it's about the wear and tear of the season. When you're that big and 6'6", 6'5", like not like you go up, like he can jump really high, but then you gotta come down. And if you over 300 pounds doing all of that physical activity, jumping up and jumping down every single night.
I mean, that's a part of the reason why we haven't seen anyone like him is that he can be that he's that size at that height, and that he can bounce. He's that like explosive that even with that weight, he moves like a guard type of thing.
Yeah, that's the reason we haven't seen anything like it, because it's just not reasonable. It's not something that like James Harden is that height. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like these are all guys that are around his height. Klay Thompson, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You gotta be.
No, continue.
I was saying you gotta be able to. I'm not saying he gotta slim down to their size. I'm saying like, 280, maybe 270. You know what I'm saying? Like, over 300 is this is basketball. Being over 300 pounds at that height is crazy. Your career won't last long.
I don't think that's his playing weight. I don't think he'd try and play at 300. I
But
think he'd like to get down to 280, 285.
It's also the franchise, though. I feel like he's not motivated being with the Pelicans. You traded away Drew. You traded Lonzo. You traded Steven Adams, who was really defense for you. Would you feel invested to the organization and feeling like, I got to keep my weight up so I can go out there and play? I mean, you probably would just to keep in shape.
Yeah, just to actually play.
Yeah, you in the NBA, man. Like, I get it. All of your, I guess, peers. I wouldn't even count the elites as his peers yet. But this is your first 2-3 years. Like, you got to
just comparing himself to Ja. Like, you see Ja, that's actually his peer in draft and in like where he's from. And it's like, Ja really going up, going crazy.
And he took them to another, like he took Memphis to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Memphis was really thought like they was going backwards. When Mike Conley left, and it's like, nah, y'all really about to go past. Yeah, I was at with Mike Conley.
Yeah, like, and so Zion is an incredible. I think he has the ability to take a team to that level, but he's got to be healthy. He's got to be able to play. And I don't see if he is going to continue to have those unhealthy. I think it's really just him eating a lot. Like, I really just think it's that. If he's going to continue to have those unhealthy eating habits, then it's just not going to work. It really isn't. Like, we see, like, LeBron is a perfect example of somebody that like really takes care of his body every season throughout the year, for real. Like, throughout the year, I think he takes care of his body better than anyone in the league. And so I think everybody should take a little bit of what LeBron does. Like, you see LeBron, you know, from
some people don't learn what LeBron learned until like a lot later. Like, all the guys, like stars and whatnot, they don't take, like, you hear about them taking nutrition seriously toward the latter of their career. None of them cared about that year 3, year 2, year 3. They was like, oh, I'll just eat whatever. And then as it mattered, as it was like very reliant on everything needing to be like working efficiently for them to be at their highest level, then they took nutrition properly like that. Like, Chris Paul on plant based now in year 17.
Millions of dollars on his body. So I don't know if everybody has that to spend millions of dollars on their body.
Well, I'm not saying they got to do exactly what he does. I'm just saying take a page out of his book as far as like valuing your body. You know what I'm saying? I think Charles Barkley said it, like, his first year in the league. Moses Malone told him, yo, you too fat. Like, you too fat. You skilled, but you too fat. And then he worked him out. Like, Chuck had, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing about these teams investing in vets. Like, when you got vets, you know what I'm saying? You got those guys that are like, yo, you got to come down. Like, you big. Like, you got to, you know what I'm saying? So I think Zion's problem is, you know, it's really about him having discipline and taking care of himself. You can't be over 300 pounds and wait till your 10th year in the league to get your health right. Like, that has to be something that has to get curved now.
Yeah.
Well, we have reached the end of this podcast because we could be here all day, but we have the pleasure of more episodes, so we don't have to do it all in one episode. Any final words from our illustrious host?
Chip Loading.
Ooh.
Nah, I think this is a great first trial run. Just seeing how everything flows through. Definitely see this sustainable. See this as something being sustainable, and looking forward to many other episodes.
Word, Rec League game.
Sir, I don't got nothing to add. That was perfect.
And to all who are listening to this episode, you are considered day ones. Remember that. We hold you dearly. Day ones. We appreciate you.
Rec League.
Until next week.
Rec League.
Yes. Until next
Rec
time.
League.
I had an L up.